My name's Pete, and I'm a watch addict.
Hello, Pete.
Thank you.
How long's it been?
We're not here to talk about me, AJ.
Oh.
We're going to talk about you.
Oh!
Run the intro!
Right, we're here to talk about my watch problems again, aren't we?
AJ, I heard that you had recently tripped over
Yes, I have. Yeah, I recently tripped over.
and that you've been reaching out to watch brands. AJ,
Wait. Okay, I need to put some relevance. I haven't been trying to get Curry any favour, but I did happen to mention to this watch brand that I have 2 of their watches already, and I really like this watch.
before you carry on trying to justify it, AJ, Watchya Watching.
Oh, that's good. Okay, this is a real problem for me, and anyone who's seen any previous episodes of our shows knows I'm deeply in love with this particular British watch brand. I'm talking about Farer Universal.
Yeah. Well, you've banged on about it enough.
I know. I didn't mean to feature them so much so early on in the show, but I've managed to do that. I have the Farer Aquamatic, the Thurso. I also have, thanks to viewer Steve, he's not anonymous anymore.
Yeah, you outed him quite early on.
The Endurance as well, which is a beautiful limited edition watch.
Let me just pause there. Doesn't mean you'll all be outed, but if you out yourself in the comments, you're no longer anonymous.
I will, we will name and shame you. This is their most recent launch. It's a limited edition chronograph. It is the Moritz Green Chrono-Sport.
Okay, so.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
This is the purest British racing green.
100%.
I've got a bit of a thing for where hobbies cross over.
Yes.
Where 2 become 1, as
Sister
the Spice
sisters.
Girls said. Right?
Oh,
I love that.
yeah.
That kind of motorsporty thing, the watchy world, they come together. AJ, what is going on here?
It is an absolutely gorgeous chronograph, 3-dial, 3-sub-dial chronograph. I'll tell you the most important parts about it. It's a 41mm case, which means it's both good for me and good for you too.
After a little bit bigger.
You are? Okay,
Look,
it's just for me then.
I can get away with a 41 just.
Yeah.
It does look like a fat guy wearing a size too small.
And I will say, this will wear small for a 41 because it's got 44mm lug-to-lug length.
Okay.
So it will wear smaller. For someone like me with a 7-inch wrist or someone like an average 6-inch wrist, because I'm above average.
Yeah, just.
It will wear fine. It will wear like a well-proportioned watch. If you're under 6 inches, it's going to be too big for you. So it's a sweet spot for the above-average man.
Yeah. Do you know what? The fact that it's not a 39.
No, I can get away with that.
I love that. So 41, they're heading in the right direction, and
Yes.
I appreciate Farer for that.
It's a grade 2 titanium case with an aluminum bezel. Aluminum. I said it there for the Americans.
Yeah, I know.
Did you like it?
Such a sucker.
It's an aluminium bezel, which I always think gives it a beautiful. I do like a ceramic bezel. Of course, we all do, but they're very weak. They will break. They will shatter. Aluminium bezels do look beautiful as well. The thing that I think, well, there's a few things that really jump out at me about this. The first is if you turn the watch over and look through that exhibition case back, that beautifully decorated hand-wound movement. It is the Silita Elaborate grade SW510M hand-wound chronograph movement. It's so beautifully decorated.
This is the private show, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
just for your pleasure.
I know we've said in the past, we like exhibition case backs regardless of the movement. Put an NH35 in there, I love looking at it. It's fine. But, of course, when a watch brand decorates their movement so beautifully, it's extra special.
To look down and see the mainspring, the balance wheel, look at the little precious stones just sat there, and then they give you more.
The
AJ.
blued screws.
We're going to decorate it for you. Yeah, we'll put in coloured screws.
Yeah.
And they get all fancy.
And
right?
the etching
they go all
on
Lawrence Llewellyn-Bowen on it.
The etching on that bridge there, there's no need for it, but it just, God. and it's in the Farer branding. You know, it's got the Farer arrow all the way through it.
Yeah. Okay. So there's a couple of things that jump as soon as you look at the image. You go, oh, that looks like a mechanical.
Mm. Oh, you think
I'm putting that there because first of all, I thought,
it looks like a rotor. That's what you mean.
And but then I go, those screws are going through it.
Yes, yeah.
That's mechanical.
Yeah, that's just a hand. You don't like handwound movements?
I'm taking in all the joy, and then.
Well, okay, this is a great moment to put a pin in the conversation.
Okay.
How do you feel about handwound watches? That's interesting.
Okay, this is how it goes.
Yeah.
I love them all.
Yes.
Right. So they're like 3 children. Oh, you're quartz. Are you Swiss?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, you can stay.
So you don't like Seiko quartz watches?
Okay. Now,
what about Grand Seiko?
Okay. I got 2 children.
What I'm
quartz.
doing is I'm highlighting that you're making a rule. And we know we don't like watch
I got
rules.
2 children that are quartz.
Okay. Yeah.
One
Yeah.
is a beautiful hybrid of a quartz.
Yeah.
And it's the child of Seiko.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? I'll forgive that. The other is like a Swiss Ronda.
Right. Yeah.
Right? And then the other 2 beautiful children, one who I adore
Yeah.
is the Swiss Automatic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't mind in-house. It could be off the shelf, Solita,
Yeah.
ETA. And then there's the mechanical. Now, it's up there. Like, I've given them almost in order. No, not quite. There's the Japanese quartz. There's the Swiss quartz.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many.
Then there's the Swiss Automatic. Then there's the mechanical. Then there's the Swiss Automatic.
How's this rule going for you?
I'm tripping over it.
It sounds like you're making it up as you go along.
Because look, it is beautiful, but when you want to put a pin in it and go, oh, mechanical, okay, oh.
So you don't like handwound movements, is what you're saying?
I do, but I worry that I'll forget, and then I'll look down at my wrist and go, oh.
I will say, because I have the Seagull ST17, is it, that's in the Studio Underdog?
Yeah.
That's a handwound movement. It's beautiful to look at. That's the thing with them. You've got no rotor blocking the view, so it's gorgeous to look at.
Incredible.
I love that watch, but I did wear it for 3 days, and halfway through the 3rd day, I had forgotten to wind it.
Yeah.
And I looked down, I was like,
so that's the thing.
oh, I've not wound this watch.
I don't have a mechanical yet, and I want one.
They're gorgeous.
The reason I haven't bought a mechanical yet is I worry that I'll trip up and keep having to.
It's bound to
redo
happen.
the time.
It's bound to happen.
But that's it.
I personally, I really enjoy it for it being a different thing in my collection.
I think you would get into a ritual, wouldn't you?
Yes, you would.
It's just that I'm not there yet, but I'm jealous of those that are because
you don't wear.
I need a bit of that in my life.
The other thing is, unless you're obsessed with a watch, you don't wear the same watch every day. So it's just the ritual for putting that watch on that day. Is you wind it. And let's be honest, you're probably winding your watches anyway.
After a new watch day,
yeah,
I have a problem divorcing myself from that watch.
It has an absolutely gorgeous boxed dome sapphire. Oh, you know how much I love this.
So there's something that Farer are doing that is very dangerous for you.
Yes.
Right now, they're hitting the sweet spot on every release.
They're hitting my W spot.
Yeah.
The watch spot. You know that
the win spot.
Spot.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The shape of that sapphire is absolute. Oh, it's. I cannot explain. I cannot put into words how much I love that. And then that's sandwiched. My love with it is sandwiched with the 3D lume. Oh, I can't help it. I'm such a sucker for stupid things with watches.
Okay.
Little details.
I'm going to give in on the lume part.
Yeah.
Right? Because the lume on this is exceptional. Now, the clarity for me is there's one particular image where they show the lume.
Yeah.
And on the bezel, all of the text is dead sharp.
But yes, I just want you to.
Let's zoom in. Let's do a little sneaky zoom.
I just want you to, for a second, pay attention to the battens are 3-dimensional and are loomed.
It is beautiful.
Right. lopsided chronograph dials. We talked about this in your Watchya Watching when you were looking at the Chopard Mille Miglia.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? It's a bit wonky-eyed, this one. You've got one big hand and then two smaller ones.
I think it's more forgivable on a 3 than it is a 2. If you're doing that kind of whole panda balancing, it's way more important that they kind of sit there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah.
But outside of that, especially like triptych, no issue at all.
The depth of that, like British racing green, it's gorgeous. Because it's fairer, you have like a full like smorgasbord selection of straps that you can put it on. I think the green suede that is the poster of it is actually the perfect watch strap for this. I think that's beautiful. It's kind of timeless. It's got a bit of vintage kind of cool about it.
I already said at the beginning, you reached out to this brand, show me some more.
Yeah, and they obviously, as you've been watching in this video,
that's what you got from them.
Yeah, no discount. They just sent me some video clips.
That's where I was leading to. What did the conversation go like after that? Are you on a hold with the conversation?
Yeah,
now?
they just didn't reply to me after that because I think they could sense that I wanted
spidey senses.
Yeah, they were tingling. They were like, you do realise that this 63-hour power reserve, 100-metre water resistant, elaborate grade Solita hand wound chronograph is limited to 100 pieces.
Okay, so they're pretty much gone at this point.
And it's £1,700. There's a bit of a sticking point, I have to admit. It does feel expensive for a smaller brand, but there's so much that's gone into this watch that adds value.
The way that they've packaged this is exceptional.
Yeah.
The play on the British Racing green with this new model, I absolutely love it. In fact, to the point where for the first time I'd go, I don't care for the bracelet. Yeah. I saw they've got the bracelet at quite a well put price point.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'd bother.
Was the bracelet like 245?
Yeah.
It's titanium bracelet, mind.
It looked great, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I haven't even explored pairing it because that is how it looks best on that strap. And it's quick release, I saw.
Yes, Farer really good with that. There is some beautiful combinations. There's like a black leather that looks really nice and again kind of vintage. But I just think that green suede is, I don't know. I've got one suede strap and it is so comfortable. I don't know how well it's going to last is the only thing. There's always a question mark with that. But
do you know what? When you pair up that suede with the domed glass,
would you buy?
It's crying out vintage to me.
Here's the thing, and I've bounced around both sides of this conversation so many times. When you're buying a new watch, and there's the option to have the bracelet as well, are you buying it even if you don't necessarily like the bracelet?
Typically, yes.
It's kind of crazy. That's kind of mad economics, though, isn't it?
Yeah. It doesn't work, and for most people, it's illogical.
But you may want the bracelet in the future, and they're really expensive to buy on their own.
Yeah. And do you know what? Maybe the watch sells really well, and they move on with the series, and you can't get hold of the bracelet when you want the bracelet.
Yeah.
So I'm a bit of a sucker for it, but each to their own. That's me, AJ, and that's my watch addiction journey.
Well, there's one picture of it there on the bracelet, the nighttime shot. So it's in the dark.
See, now that's a problem.
Does look good on the bracelet.
It looks good on the bracelet.
But if
I'd rather I hadn't seen the bracelet.
It's a problem.
Take me back to the days where I was happy with the strap.
But with the bracelet, you're talking about over £2,000.
Yeah.
And you start stepping into other watch territory, don't you? Like bigger brands, maybe. Is that a weird way of thinking about this?
I don't know. I think, unfortunately, Farer are at that point where they're about to kind of climb this year away from being a micro brand. As soon as they pick up those kind of international distros, the beautiful story that you followed them on, even though they don't even know who you are.
They don't care.
No. Sorry, you want a discount?
Who's that?
What?
Who are you?
I've lost your email. Yeah.
Watches like this, I think, will elevate them.
Yeah. This is where their journey has been stunning. I know you're really into their kind of was it Porth Leven or something they
Yeah,
called
the
it?
Achromatic Porth Leven.
Yeah, look, stop stalking. That's what I'm saying.
Look, you can't. No, you're not supposed to encourage me just to spend money. This is Watch Addicts Anonymous. We're supposed to help each other off the train.
Yeah, and you know, when I read it, Moritz Green,
Yeah.
I think of that beautiful holiday
Oh, don't
I
say
had
that.
in the south of France.
No.
Bear with me. And I thought it couldn't get any better. And then we crossed over the border into Spain. It was a beautiful time, AJ. St. Moritz. There was a church at the top of the hill. There was people hanging
Shall
out
I just put
in
an
the
order in now
streets,
then?
just
Shall I
drinking
just pre-order?
coffee.
Shall I just order it now?
AJ, I didn't think the holiday could get any better, but there she was,
Oh no.
the girl of my dreams.
Oh, I thought you were talking about a watch.
I went to speak to her.
Yeah.
She held his hand and walked away.
Oh, right, yeah.
The holiday I shall never forget.
It's a Swiss made, hand wound Swiss movement chronograph for 1,700 quid.
Yeah.
Actually, when you consider it like that, that's an incredible deal. You don't get Swiss chronographs that cheap. You just don't, do they?
I have loads of stupid watch rules in my head that I could go to. Like there's never a bad time to buy a Solito when it's around 500 quid.
Absolutely, you're with you.
And with all my stupid watch rules, I turn that over and just look at that movement and
Yeah. Oh dear.
go, the things that people will never know.
I think wars have been fought over things less beautiful than that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. A king will give away a princess
Yes,
in exchange.
I know on the show part we were going to ask you what children you were going to sell for it. I think, I could ask the same thing again. Could I borrow the spare money you got from selling your children for the show part? Just use your money.
It's understandable why you would ask. Clearly the answer is no.
Oh.
What I would say is if there was a 43...
I was just going to ask you, would you wear it?
100%. If they made it really easy for me, and I know that's a huge undertaking for Farer because they don't have a machined 43mm case.
How about a 42 with like 45mm lug to lug?
Yeah. I think we could cross over on
so
that.
it's kind of like sits at a sweet point where we cross over on a few watches around that 42, 43.
Yeah, I could 100% do it. Do you know, the thing is, I've tried on field watches that are around 40 and 41, and they're just tolerable because you can wear them on a field strap.
Not the N-word strap.
We don't say the N-word anymore.
No, NATO's banned.
But on a field strap, a 40, they're tolerable. A 41 on a suede strap like this, I don't know. Maybe with the bracelet, maybe. But I'd hate to look down and going, am I dressing like a dad? Am I...
Yes, I know what you mean.
I'm slightly misshaped here.
And especially as it's a chronograph, so it's supposed to look, in my mind, supposed to look and feel a bit bigger. If you look down and it's tiny, it's like, oh dear,
it's beautifully legible. Yeah. It's important when talking about the size. I want to see it at a glance. I can with that. And
one thing I'll say the photos haven't done proper justice with it is the luster that the dial has almost a feel of kind of Longines about it.
Well, in the video that you were just showing them, that is where it pops.
Yeah.
There's a particular clip there where it's slightly darker in the background.
It catches the light.
And you get that richness to it where for the first time I went, ooh, it's very jewellery-like.
Yeah, the dial's got a burst going on rather than being a flat matte green.
So there's moments every day where that's going to put a smile on your face. And
Jesus, I'm going to end up buying this watch.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know why we pretend anymore. It's two sad middle-aged men who do nothing with their life but buy watches.
If you're wondering why we make videos and what we do in the rest of the time, this is what we do in our spare time.
Yeah.
This is literally this conversation.
Trading notes over different finds.
And trying to egg each other on to spend their money.
Yeah.
Go on, you deserve it.
Well, this is like a reward purchase as well.
Reward for?
You're going to have to fill in that blank.
All right.
As in, most of the time, we're hunting around almost like bargain bin style, like, oh yeah, you found a deal, have you? What's that?
Check this deal out.
Yeah, are they throwing a free strap? Or, there's a little incentive, a little sweetener, or you got 10% off email from them.
Yes, I love those.
don't do that to me. Why are you doing that now? Yes, I know it's payday weekend and she wants things.
The worst one for that is Chaz.
Chaz at Live.
Have you blocked him yet?
We broke up.
You're good, yeah. Stop the messages, Chaz.
3 messages a week.
Too much.
I had to text back stop. It was sad, the breakup.
Yeah.
But there was no other way. I couldn't say it's you, not me, because he would just send another message.
I know they're an American brand, Live Watches we're talking about. They make great watch. I think the watches are really nice. I know they're an American brand, so it's all about American customer service. But I think I know 2 other people, apart from you and myself, that have Live watches and have been put off their watch because of the amount of communication that Live send them.
Yes.
Like customer service has gone too far.
There? There's a weird balance. Like you want to feel like you've been acknowledged.
Yeah.
Like especially as a customer. So if you post a picture of your watch, you want to feel like the brand's seen it.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm part of your group. You know, I love what you do that much that I've gone out and bought it.
Give me a cooling off period before you start trying to sell me another one of your watches.
That's a good move.
And secondly, in that cooling off period, feel free to send me offers for accessories that would match the watch. Just think about it more smartly.
Oh, that's cool.
Like, send me an offer for the bracelet or send me an offer for a colour matching strap or something.
Hey, you just spent some money with us on a cool watch.
Yeah.
Here's 10% off in case you wanted any accessories.
I've actually picked out the opposing colour strap, which I think will look great for your new Live GX1A.
Yeah.
I can offer it to you today for 20% off because you're a great customer. That makes you go, do you know, that's awesome customer service.
Yeah, I want a high five.
Yeah. But don't send me the same message 3 times in the next week.
So I'll high five you in the face. Yeah. Yeah, you got the high five. You got to be careful where you want it.
Yeah,
yeah. So yeah, there's a mixture there going on. But these guys, I love what they're doing, AJ.
I love what they're doing.
You're quite smart to be watching it.
Yeah.
The Moritz Green we expect to see in a future episode.
No, it's £1,800.
Yeah. And I'll take you back to this moment where we talked about it being £1,800.
Yeah, good one, fair one.
But yeah, remember, always buy a good watch because it will always get you home.
And if you buy a bad watch, let me know because I'll probably buy it off you, especially if it's the Moritz Green Chrono-Sport from Farer.
One last thing.
Yes.
Remember to like before you leave, and you should go and watch this.
That was good.